Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Evan Voss and I have been an artist for about a little over 5 years. Andy Warhol has been one of the greatest artists that I followed, and today I had that privilege to have an interview with him. Andy Warhol was considered the male version of Lady Gaga of his century. His bold and witty remarks made him one of the most powerful and influential people of his time. Today I'll have the privilege to be inside the mind of Warhol himself. Please stay tuned to this motivational interview with the creator of art himself. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, now let's have that interview with the famous Andy Warhol. Hello, Mr. Warhol. My name is Evan Voss. Nice to meet you. I'm gonna start off with a few questions regarding your life and art. Do it on a timeline basis. Start on your early childhood. How was that growing up in life?
Well, I was born on August 6, 1928, in my parents' two-bedroom apartment in Pittsburgh. I was the youngest of 3 boys. In 1934, I moved back to this home on Dawson Street. Well, this is where I took up free art classes and at the Carnegie Museum of Art, and my passion began. It wasn't only drawing I was into, it was everything. It was movies, everything like that, because they had cinemas. I frequently visited the cinema. When I was 9, my father he gave me my first camera. That's what I enjoyed. I enjoyed taking pictures. I even developed them in my own basement. I attended Carnegie Mellon University, and that's where I earned my bachelor's degree in fine arts and pictorial design.
Sounds very interesting. You said that Hollywood movies got you interested in art. Was there any specific powers or movie or actors or anything like that that intrigued you to get interested in art?
No, not really. I'm following my own basis. It was just everything I did was, my own free will. It was just what I considered art.
All right. Speaking of art, what would you consider art to be?
I don't know. I mean, it's commercial. I was a commercial illustrator, but not only that, I was, everything. So, a movie is art, painting is art, anything, you do would be considered art. Like I said, I was author, publisher, painter, director, so all my work was art. I proceeded to become a masterpiece of controversy. I consider life a beautiful piece of art, waiting to be finished.
So you would say that art is pretty much anything that you view it as, so it's pretty much in the eye of the beholder?
Mm-hmm. Well, like I said, I mean, really it's just what evokes emotion. That's it. I mean, there's nothing to it. Art, you can't make it too difficult. It has to be a simple process. If you put too much thought into it, then that defeats the purpose.
Well, Mr. Warhol, let's go check out some things that you think are considered art, and we'll see if other people agree if that's considered art.
Sounds like a good idea. Hold on. I'm a little bit hungry, though.
Gotcha. taking him so long? Oh, Mr. Warhol.
Oh, hey.
How are you?
Hey, Evan. Sorry, I was producing art.
Well, while you were eating that cheeseburger or expressing art, I'm going to ask you a few more questions to continue this interview. For inspiring artists, what would you give them as an advice?
Like I said before, stop trying so hard. It's what evokes emotion. I drew Coke bottles and Campbell's soup and came up with art. I did everything. I put my interpretation on what I thought was art. Everything. Painting, sculpting, and movies. Simplicity is key. And one last thing, young artists, don't listen to critics. There's no right or wrong art.
Well, speaking of critics, what would you actually tell your critics if someone came up to you and said, what you just did, eating that cheeseburger, that's not art? What would you tell them? How would you defend yourself?
Well, I really have nothing to say to them. All I do is say good day, and that's all. You know, I've said it before. Don't pay attention to what they say or write about you. Just measure it in inches. By that, you know, I mean, if they have a lot to say on you or write about you, then you're doing something right. You know, and that's what stirs up attention. That's it.
Sounds good, Mr. Warhol. Well, thank you. Let's go walk around this campus and see what forms of art we could talk about.
Sounds good.
Alright, today I'm going to teach you guys how to draw like Andy Warhol. First of all, you gotta start off with your favorite celebrity. So today I chose Justin Bieber. And just to save time, I color in the background already. So basically, you just gotta pick out kind of the colors that you want. So I had right here salmon, light brown, and peach. I'm going to start off with the brown. And you just kind of color in the whole here. Alright, and then you take the pink and you put it in the lips. And then the brown for the eyebrow. And the eyes. And then there you have it, Justin Bieber.
Some pretty exciting pieces of artwork that we saw at the Valencia Community College. That actually got my juices flowing, and I thought of a few more questions to ask you, Mr.
Okay.
Warhol. Many people would say that you're a powerful man. Did you ever use your power to influence what you want?
Well, I never had a desire for power, just art. And if my art influences people and my very presence changes people's lives, then in that respect I have.
Alright, that's very interesting. How have you being open about your sexual orientation influenced the lives of people and aspiring people around you?
Well, like I said, if my presence and orientation provide people like me with the strength and inspiration, then so be it.
Alrighty, thank you very much, Mr. Warhol.
Need to leave. Yeah.